It's what's the buttons time.
There was no World of Warcraft announcement of that shit Xbox Direct yesterday.
It was an awful direct, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible. I wandered off most of the time.
Did you watch all of the Fable stuff?
Yes.
That was probably the most exciting aspects.
As I said this morning, I was whelmed.
Because obviously I watched the live stream from the beginning to end, and I thought that it was going to be a long Xbox Direct, and then it's stupid now, because obviously they had the pictures of Game Freak and fucking Playground, and they only had 4. So in hindsight, it's like, well, yeah, they were just announcing 4 games.
They could have been 4 good games, though.
Yeah, it was.
It did.
I mean, the pottery one looks shit, but at the same time looks intriguing, because I just want to make a knob. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, is because I can't even remember the name of it. Xbox Direct 2026. Let's have a look. So Forza was the first thing that was not announced, because it weren't announced, was it? But May 19th, Forza Horizon 6. It looks pretty cool, but I'm not massively into racing games and stuff. It's set in Japan, which is cool. You can do car meets and things like that. Again, it's cool, but Forza's not my bread and butter, so gloss over that. I didn't like the engine sounds either. Everyone always makes a big song and dance and says how hyper-realistic they make the cars sound and everything, and I never, ever think they do, because they just don't sound how I feel like they should sound.
I imagine if you sat there and you had headphones on, it'd probably hit better.
Possibly. The one that I'm talking about is Kiln, which is... we joined Double Fine in their game-turned-ceramics studio in San Francisco, California. Basically, it is you make pottery.
Great.
And then whatever pottery you make, you then send them into an arena, and then they grow arms and legs and beat the shit out of each other.
Well, that part sounds funny.
But so you can make...
a knob.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'd imagine you can't, but that's what I would like to do. Double Fine's new foray into fun asks the question, what would it look like for a game to combine the beautiful expression of creation with all of the chaotic fun of destruction? Turns out it's a team-based arena battle game which asks you to craft ceramic battle armor on a realistic pottery wheel, and where your abilities are determined by the kind of pot you make. We took a turn on the clay-splattered wheel to learn all about the 4v4 action of Kiln, the wide variety of crafting tools at your disposal, and what each size and shape of crafted pot means for your combat abilities. So yeah, you make a pot, you go and beat the shit out of another pot, rinse and repeat. Unique, fun little game. I can't imagine the loop on it is fantastic. And then you had Beast of Reincarnation, launching summer 2026, which is from Game Freak. And then...
Which is the frustrating thing, isn't it? Game Freak.
Yeah.
Make Pokemon look like that.
Yeah.
Why are you not making Pokemon games that look like that?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough for them going down a different route. I mean, it's not the first time they've done that, but obviously their bread and butter is Pokemon games. So, launching this summer and available day one with Xbox game, blah, blah, blah. Beast of Reincarnation promises an unforgettable blend of action, strategy, and mystery. Game Freak gave us more details on Emma and her companion Ku. Ku's adventure in a haunting post-apocalyptic Japan. We learned that Emma has been afflicted by blight, which has removed her memories and emotions, but given her the ability to manipulate plants, and led her to meet Ku, a dog that's become a malefact. Malefact? Emma's role is to hunt down malefacts, but she forms an unusual bond with Ku, setting her off on a journey through Japan circa 4026 AD. Game Freak calls Beast of Reincarnation a one-person, one-dog action RPG. And have created a unique combat system to match. Emma provides classic fast-paced action game attacks in real time, but Ku offers added skills that can be used from a menu that slows time more like a turn-based RPG. It makes for a game that offers a very different feeling to other action titles, adding tactical complexity to high-speed combat, which can be tweaked to your liking with 3 difficulty settings. I'm not bothered by it.
Nope.
I wasn't interested in it at all. It looked cool, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not. I don't know. So maybe it just didn't feel like it had enough depth to it. I'm on the fence with it, and I don't really know why, because it looked cool. I don't get it, but also it's not coming to PlayStation, so it's of no problem to me because I won't be playing it anyway. But the big one was Fable. Would you like me to read out the description thing with this?
Oh, sure. Let me hear the bollocks.
The Fable team at Playground Games took us to the fairy tale world of Albion for the first in-depth look at the studio's brand new open-world action RPG, and revealed that the game will be coming to players in autumn 2026. Developed by a dedicated team at the UK-based studio, Fable is set to deliver everything players love about the original trilogy. Choice and consequence, dry British wit and playful moral chaos, all reimagined for a new generation of players in an unmistakably playground way. During the show, we learned how your story in Albion begins, how character customization will work, learned more about the game's new take on Fable's morality system, and saw brand new gameplay that showcased combat with enemies old and new, as well as the game's unique living population of NPCs. Fable will be a fresh new beginning for this much-loved franchise and will be coming autumn 2026 to Xbox Series X, S, Xbox and PC, Xbox Cloud, Steam, PlayStation 5 and Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah. Great. Have you played the Fable before?
No, I haven't. I've never touched them.
Mm.
So I don't. I've got nothing to go by. I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, the character creator's dead.
Why?
Well, because you can't create a fucking character. You create preset faces.
Yeah,
so there's no
so
character creator. So you can't do that for stars. Shite. One of the biggest things in Fable used to be the morality system. So when you used to make... So you started off as a kid and you grew up. All that stuff's in it. It's very cool. But the morality system was the big one because if you made good choices, your character changed appearance, whether you was good or bad. So if you were bad, you got yellow or red eyes and shit, and you grow horns and all that sort of stuff. And then if you're good, you become more angelic and stuff. That's not in there. So that's shit. That's just... I don't know, man. I'm hopeful, but I look at that and I think... Well, number one, it looked like it was running at 4 frames a second when they was on the horse. And number two, I'm too burnt by games to just think. All I saw was little clips. I saw generic fucking NPCs that say, you walk past them and they go, "You look great."
Yeah.
And they're like, NPCs react to you. And I'm just like, that's not... I don't want to walk past everyone and they just shout a random blurb at me. That's not immersive to me. And yeah, that seemed pretty fucking hollow. And then when they were fighting, it was always one enemy on the screen in a really dark area or something. You couldn't really see. And it was just jabbing with a rapier.
It did look slow.
Yeah, and I need to see more. It has the potential to be fucking incredible, but I'm underwhelmed or whelmed because I think it's going to be shit. And I hope it's not.
Yeah, you need to see more in-depth gameplay for... The combat was a weird one because the combat looked good, it looked solid, but it just looked so slow. And then the scene where they're fighting the chicken...
Constantly kicking chickens.
Well, I don't even know what it was called. The chicken that can breathe fire. With the weird snake tail thingy. When you were fighting that, it just looked like it was in a really dead area, but an area that obviously wasn't trying to be empty and underwhelming, but it just looked like it was difficult to explain. It almost feels like it gave the impression that you're a small being in a giant world. So therefore, everything's massive but somewhat empty.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looked like. Like you say, with any of the combat interactions, there was like 1 or 2 enemies, or if there was multiple, like more than 2, 3 or 4, you weren't attacking them all at the same time. In the areas that you were actually fighting in the trailer, there wasn't really anything going on. I thought it was a bit of a bad spoiler with the Richard Ayoade.
That was a massive shitty spoiler. I was fuming with that.
I did think, I was like, that's a bit mad, because obviously when we saw the Fable trailer and Richard Ayoade is the face of it, and you think, fuck, that's sick. Like, he's
cool,
such a cool guy. How much of a how pinnacle is he going to be to this game? Because obviously you didn't see anything but a trailer. There was no gameplay. There was no nothing. So you left people speculating, and then it was fucking like however many years on. But then to sit there and say, like, did they even give a spoiler warning or anything? I don't think they did. I think they just said that basically you get to choose at the end of his quest line whether he lives or dies, and then proceeded to say that your choices can have massive impacts on the world that are permanent for the rest of your game, and then proceed to tell us that we can kill Richard Ayoade, and then he just lays there dead on a field or a grass knoll forever for the rest of the game, and it impacts your house prices. I'm like, well, I'd rather you didn't say that. I'd rather you didn't show me that and showed me something else. If you're going to spoil something, do it with something shitty that isn't that might not be impactful to the game whatsoever. But for me,
he's a big
that's a cool detail and a cool draw point for me and many others to that game. So to then tell me that at the end of the quest line with him, you can either kill him or keep him alive, tells me already half the quest line. Tells me that shit goes down.
Yeah.
So from the minute...
they told you everything. They said, he is a giant. He accidentally made himself a giant.
Yeah.
So you have the chance to help him not be a giant.
And you have to deal with it. Yeah.
So he gave you the quest line. It was as simple as that.
And that will be exactly what happens. The minute you start that quest line, it'll be the first thing in your head. You'll go, how does this lead to me
do I want to kill him?
Wanting to kill him.
You can look at it 2 ways. You can think, well, they must have some good shit up their sleeve if they're willing to spoil that, because there must be some much better stuff, choice and consequence. And you can look at it and go, well, it's very cool that he lays there on that hill, and it's kind of, I like the scale of it, because he's massive on that hill. Like, you go past him all the time and he's just laying on that hill. But I just don't understand why you would... Like, that's the cool thing for reviewers to reveal. That probably gets you a point in a lot of reviewers think, oh, he lays on that hill for the rest of the game. So they must have some more stuff up their sleeve.
Based on discussions following the Fable 2026 trailer reveal, the inclusion of what appeared to be a plot spoiler, specifically showing a potential villain or a major narrative twist, was likely a deliberate marketing choice to signal that choices and consequences, a core theme of the series, will play a major role in this reboot. Highlighting the antagonist, the trailer features Richard Ayoade as a character who initially appears to be a narrator, but is later revealed to be a threatening antagonist. Some interpretations suggest the spoiler character is meant to represent the dark path of the player character, reinforcing that the game focuses on the morality system where players choose between good and evil. As a reboot by a new team, the trailer aims to show that the new game has the same bonkers, witty humour as the original, rather than just showing a generic fantasy world. But you could have done that without dropping something like that. You could have easily shown off the consequences, the morality system, without killing who everyone thought was the narrator.
Yep.
It just seems like a really weird. It just seems odd. I obviously haven't ever played Fable. But even I watched that trailer and thought, why the fuck have you just included that? Why have you just included that?
It's just I don't know, man. I want to be I want to be impressed. I want that to come out and be a fucking 10 out of 10. I'm not wanting it to fail by any means, because if that comes out and is a success, I'll be all over it, because it's exactly what I like. I love fantasy games. That's my jam.
Yeah.
I'm leaning back into sci-fi a little bit, maybe just a little bit. I'm not there yet, but you know, that's my jam. So I want it to come out and be fucking fantastic, because any sort of fantasy game like that, I'm all over. I love create your character, go and do fucking choices and blah blah blah. But then Star Wars went and dropped that yesterday.
What is it? Maul.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was kind of like, fuck.
New series.
I think it's a series, or it could be a film. But the fact that we're getting Sam Witwer fucking back as Darth Maul is pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I don't want to go into that, because I don't want to do sci-fi yet. I'm still in my fantasy thing. So I want Fable to come out and be fantastic. What was the release date again? It was like this year, wasn't it?
Autumn.
It's coming out on PlayStation as well, which is wild, because it's always been on Xbox.
It's indeed coming
Just
out on
shows
PlayStation.
Xbox's failings further.
Well, yeah, just they must be aware that people play PlayStation more than they do Xbox.
Yeah, I think they're aware.
And they must be able to see that most of their subscriptions for Game Pass are PC.
Yeah, so I want that to come out and be like fucking the next Witcher, but I can't see it. You heard about the Witcher expansion? That's mental.
Yeah, the what was it? What's it called?
I don't know. I don't think it's got a name. I don't think anyone actually has concretely said it exists. It's just like one of them things that is just waiting to be announced. Which is fucking mental, because the game's like 10 years old.
I do, yeah. The Witcher 3 is reportedly getting a surprise new expansion this year.
But you know how cool that is? Because these sort of things, I think, shift the industry as a whole. Because it takes a company to do something like this. So for my point of view, my understanding, you got The Witcher 3. It's a 10-year-old game, right? They've announced The Witcher 4. They've announced the protagonist is going to be Ciri.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really make any sense, because Ciri there is no female witchers, like in the lore. There's no such thing as a female witcher, so that just doesn't make sense anyway. And then she also is kind of like a demigod, so there's no reason for her to be out hunting monsters when she can fucking basically teleport. But never here nor there. They're going to put the Witcher 3 expansion in to bridge the gap between Witcher 3 ending, because the ending of Witcher 3 is actually in the Blood and Wine DLC. Essentially, spoiler alert if you haven't played it or care, 3, 2, 1, Geralt kind of retires in a fucking in like a winery or whatever you call it, a vineyard. He gets his own vineyard and he retires there, I think. And then like all Ciri and that come visit him, and it kind of ends Geralt's story as a whole. So it's going to bridge the gap between the end of that and Witcher 4. So now I'm going to understand why Ciri is going to be the main protagonist. Yeah. And that is exactly what is exciting, because it takes something like that for other games to then go, hold on, we want to do another one. Let's bridge the gap with a...
Yeah, we can't just change direction and then not explain why we've changed direction.
Rather than create an entire... it's got nothing to do with it, but just picking it out the top of my head, the Assassin's Creed Mirage, small game, cheaper, they created a whole game. When they could do that with The Witcher, they could create a whole little game. Instead of doing that, they've already got the assets, just make another expansion. Because Blood and Wine is commonly referred to as the best expansion in gaming history, because it is that fucking good. It adds like 30-40 hours for and it's probably the best content out of the whole package. So yeah, their expansions, like I never finished it. I don't know why I got sidetracked, but Phantom Liberty, like the expansions are proper. They're not like half-baked couple of missions. They're like proper game-changing expansions that change the entire game. If you played a new game playthrough, you'd have different things available to you, different abilities, different weapons, all get encumbered within the whole package rather than just that separate.
It says the reports follow similar claims. So Polish Noble Securities analyst Maciej Krzyzanowski said last month that he was expecting the next paid add-on DLC for The Witcher 3 to be released in May 2026, according to a Polish website. The report follows similar claims from a Polish games insider, Boris Niespielak, who said last year that the new content was secretly in development at Fool's Theory, the same studio currently remaking The Witcher 1 for CD Projekt.
Yes.
Eurogamer has since followed up with Nies Bilak, who told it that his information was verified by several independent sources. He also pointed to a comment in CD Projekt's recent financial report in which CFO Peter fuck off, said that there's a chance that new content hinted. Imagine being the geezer whose last name that is, and then just hearing a podcast and just go, "Oh, fuck off." I'm not reading that. Neil Ubowicz, fucking
nailed it.
I'm sorry, Neil. There is a chance that the new content hinted upon in recent calls and reports may see release in the coming year, having an impact on our results. A spokesperson for CD Projekt Red told the publication that it does not comment on rumour or speculation. CD Projekt is currently working on multiple The Witcher projects, including The Witcher 4, a remake of The Witcher 1, and a multiplayer game set within the Witcher universe. Last summer, the company debuted Witcher 4 tech demo, which it said was representative of The Witcher 4, of what The Witcher 4 will look like on a base PS5 console, but didn't show the game itself. There's only a little bit left. When some started discussing the footage online as if it were the first look at the game, CD Projekt released a statement calling it a tech demo and a first look at the cutting-edge technology powering The Witcher 4, but not The Witcher 4 itself. It showcases the powerful foundation we're building in close collaboration with Epic Games to push open world design further than ever before, and the core systems and features we're developing using Unreal Engine 5, it added. I mean, to me, that just sounds like CD Projekt Red are going, we're making it, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and don't spoil it.
It's very exciting that they're making Witcher 1 again, because I never got to play that. I've watched playthroughs of it and stuff, but that's like old. But it leads into nicely probably the fact that a subject you don't want to touch about of remakes getting cancelled.
Yeah.
Favourite game of all time.
Mm-hmm. Prince of Persia. It's bullshit.
Let it all out.
Ubisoft was one of the best gaming companies in the world, and now they are firmly one of the shittest, but with some of the best IPs.
Yeah.
They made the Battle Royale. Sorry, not the Battle Royale, the Extraction shooter. They are the genesis of it, which is something that the gaming industry has just ran fucking wild with, especially with Arc Raiders like that. And then they made Assassin's Creed, again, one of the best game series that there is, that inspired countless other games from it. And then before that was an even bigger one, which was Prince of Persia. Humongous. And they're just fucking awful. I don't know what it is. So 6 gaming projects, they've just gone, nah. We ain't doing them anymore. They've restructured. They've sacked a load of people. Their share price has dropped by 33% the minute they announced this, which is fucking huge.
Yeah, I know. I thought about investing. The only way's up, surely.
That's a ginormous drop in your shares. Ginormous. But what do you expect? What do you expect to happen? It's madness. I mean, you've got the rumoured next Assassin's Creed Hex, which is set in the witch trials. In that era, but it's like, what's that going to have to do with Assassin's Creed? It's not, is the fucking answer.
They're just looking for other pockets to put them in. Yeah.
Get rid of the Assassin's Creed name, let it go, turn it into something else, and try and build something upon that. Why you would cancel the Prince of Persia remake? Why would you do that? Because if you're going to remake anything, that is one of the best games for you to remake, because it was so dearly loved and inspired an entire fucking series that you've built your entire company on. Why would you not go back to that? If you're going to cancel 5 games, don't cancel that one. Because why would you do that? Why would you do it? Let's Google it. Ubisoft.
I hope they don't cancel Black Flag.
Shit.
I wanted to play that remake.
Ubisoft faces intense criticism for releasing formulaic formulaic, buggy and repetitive open-world games, often relying on excessive microtransactions, and according to a recent report, all I've typed in for this is Ubisoft is shit, potentially facing a €1 billion operating loss, leading to cancelled projects. The company is criticised for prioritising quantity over quality, resulting in a decline in player trust and severe stock price drops. If I just type in Ubisoft, they're going to go bankrupt. That's probably why they've fucking done it, because they're going to go bankrupt. Cancel 6... Fuck off, BBC. And close his studio. Ubisoft have cancelled 6 video games, including its long-awaited Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, as part of a major reset of its operations. The French developer and publisher, known for popular games such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Just Dance, has closed 2 studios and delayed 7 titles as part of its change. Ubisoft boss, I don't know how to say it. Fuck you anyway. Said the move would create the conditions for a return to substantial growth. The firm's shares plunged by 33% on Thursday morning following the announcement. The move comes at a time when studios are increasingly turning to video game remakes and remasters, with new versions of Super Mario Galaxy, Oblivion and Metal Gear Solid 3 proving popular in 2025. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that the Oblivion remake was popular, because there was a metric that came out saying that 2/3 of the people that played it actually stopped after about 15 hours of gameplay. They got their nostalgia kick out of it and then stopped playing it. So the decision to bin the remake of Sands of Time, which sold millions of copies in 2003, has left many fans scratching their heads, including me. Ubisoft has not specified which titles it has discontinued alongside the Prince of Persia remake, but it says among them are 4 unannounced titles, including 3 based on new intellectual property and a mobile game. Mobile game, sweet, fuck that off. It's bad when you're already fucking off 3 IPs. It's bad when you're a company that has the capacity to make 3 IPs, because that just tells me at least 2 of them are going to be shit. Mm-hmm. If you're putting the effort in, if you come up with 3 separate IPs and then cancel them, that just tells me they were going to be waff. Again, quantity over quality. We don't need you to make 3 different IPs. You can make a new IP by just dropping the Assassin's Creed name. There you go. There's a new IP for you. The developers were working on new intellectual property and mobile titles for Assassin's Creed, respectively. The closure of Ubisoft Halifax was previously announced in January. The same week, the studio formed a union. While these decisions are difficult, they are necessary for us to build a more focused, efficient, and sustainable organisation over the long term. Taken together, these measures mark a decisive turning point for Ubisoft and reflect our determination to confront challenges head-on to reshape the group for the long term. Yeah, here's the turning point. It's bankruptcy. There's your turning point, from a company that was making ridiculous amounts of profit and sitting at the fucking precipice of game developers to nothing.
Yep.
That's the turn that they're after.
The trouble is, they have now such a terrible reputation, and that follows them around everywhere. CD Projekt Red came from The Witcher, with a big cult following. Witcher 2, which I played because it was on Xbox. Mm-hmm. Didn't really understand what was going on because I didn't know the IP. I just thought it was a cool looking game. Played it, didn't finish it, thought it was pretty cool. Witcher 3 came out, blew CD Projekt Red sky high. Mm-hmm. So like RPG greatness. And then made 2 fucking massive expansions, which was great and respected. And then went radio silence for years and created Cyberpunk, which built the anticipation from The Witcher 3, which then plummeted into fucking rock bottom. Yep. And they have piece by piece built that back. Their reputation is now back up, top tier, because they care. They care. They don't take the piss out of their consumers, and they build quality. Eventually, they build quality over quantity. Whereas Ubisoft is just have all this shit. Yeah, something's got to stick. You know what I mean?
But the problem is that all of their shit is the same fucking thing.
It's same thing wrapped up differently.
Yeah, scratch below the surface. Far Cry and Assassin's Creed are the same fucking things. Take out the parkour aspect of it, and it's still an open world with liberate this fucking bit, go and collect this feather, go and fucking scratch this chicken's cock, go and do whatever. It's the same shit. What's mad is the writing's on the wall. They restructured their entire company last year. They've already had a restructure. They laid off a load of people. It was like 180 people that they sacked as well. So, and then they're restructuring again, not even a year later. Like, what the fuck? They closed a load of offices. I don't understand it. And then it says here, on the one hand, the AAA gaming industry has become persistently more selective and competitive with rising development costs and greater challenges in creating the brands. Stop fucking putting microtransactions in your game and stop making 10 games a year then.
This is why it's so frustrating, because Star Wars Outlaws originally was pitched as do what you want, be a bounty hunter, be a Jedi, be whatever you want, character creator, and then they released this fucking Kay Vess, who everyone hates. I think she's all right, but they just fit shit protagonist. She's not great, but she's all right. In arguably the same world as fucking Assassin's Creed, because it's the same shit. Yeah. However, the game itself, if I didn't play any of them Assassin's Creed, just as a standalone, you'd be like, this is sick.
Yeah, great.
But it's because you've played so many games that are exactly the same. It's just like, again, the same thing. I already know how this is going to work. Do this, get 10 of these upgrades, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But the actual, attention to detail of Star Wars, like the sounds and the fucking lore and just feeling like you're in a Star Wars universe, I don't think there's ever been a game that made me feel like that more. Yeah. So that part of it, they've fucking nailed.
It's got a unique aspect because of Star Wars.
Yeah, and it's fucking great. Even like Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Star Wars, whatever the first one was, I can't remember. The
Last Hope? Or the Lost Survivor? The Last Survivor?
Last Jedi or something, I can't remember. Something like that. Even them didn't make me feel like they do, and you're a fucking Jedi in that. But Outlaws has just got this fucking great feeling to it, but it is just an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and it's great, but there comes a time when just like I'm bored because it's do this, finish this section, and then go and do 3 more of these fucking hideouts, and it's the same repeated shit.
I was on the PlayStation store yesterday, and I was like, maybe I'll treat myself to another game. I don't know if you heard. Last week I said that I'd re-downloaded Metro Exodus.
I did listen. I didn't hear that.
I've deleted it. I'm not playing it. I can't be bothered. I can't get into it. I cannot do it.
Hard game.
I've done a couple of hours, and the guns feel shit. The combat feels shit. I don't like it. I can't get into it. Fair enough if people say it's one of the best games ever. You can keep that memory in your fucking noggin. I don't want a part of it.
If you're in the mood for that kind of game...
Which I'm not. I said this to Steph. I was like, I feel lonely and it's dark and scary and there's monsters. I don't want to do it. I don't feel safe. So I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you've definitely picked the wrong game.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it. So
that one's fucking quite nice in comparison because the other Metro games are actually in the Metro tunnels. That's even more fucking terrifying.
I just don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Maybe I would at some point. I won't. So I was like, I'll flick through the PlayStation store and see if there's anything that's taken my interest. And then Steph was like, well, what happened to all those games that came out in one fucking solid month? And I was like, well, exactly that. I didn't have I had the funds. I didn't want to spend them because it was fucking Little Nightmares 3, Ghost of Yotai, Outer Worlds 2, and then there was another game thrown in there as well. I can't remember what it was, but
Dying Light
the Beast. And I was like, there's too many. So I thought, well, Ghost of Yotai, because Ghost of Tsushima is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And I very nearly bought it, and then I went, I can't be bothered. I can't be asked to do another open world game. I cannot be bothered to do it. I'm burnt out from doing open world games. I want rich story, but I want rich graphics, and I want it to feel good. I want all of it. I want God of War Ragnarok. I want that. I want The Last of Us. So I was like, I'm going to at least do some more market research before I decide to buy it. And I went on to Reddit, and a lot of people were saying the same thing. A lot of people were saying it's a fantastic game, but it's Ghost of Tsushima in a different fucking land. It's the same shit, even down to the same foxholes and things like that. And they're like, it's a fantastic game, but there's only so much that you can do with it. It looks beautiful, but it's
the same game.
It's the same game, and a lot of people are saying the same thing that I'm saying. They're just burnt out from open world games. I'm burnt out from them. I want a little bit of hand holding. You know what I mean? I just want to be safe. I just want to be hugged by the games.
Luckily for me, I've been well and truly stuck into my Divinity Original Sin 2. I've got about 65, 70 hours on that now. Made it to Act 3. And I've also just been fucking bumming the life out of Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I've played it every day for like months.
Why don't you bring that into the office?
Because I don't like taking it outside. I get scared.
It's got a case.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter.
A protective case.
Doesn't matter. I've been playing... I've been playing Terraria. Would you believe?
I see.
I've
Terraria.
Put 18 hours in.
Nice.
Since, I don't know, fucking 4 or 5 days ago. I've been banging that out.
That's decent.
I dug straight down to hell. It took me about 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I just dug straight down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I built a wall going like parallel. And then I had to put a rope down as well. So I was building walls as I went, putting rope down, and then digging into water, and then having to dig little holes for the water to go in, carry on digging, and then I started getting lava, and I was like, fuck. So then I'd have to climb back up my rope, knock the water out, let the water fall down my hole, turn the lava into obsidian, then mine the obsidian. But then when I let the water out and it fell down the hole, it'd put all my torches out. So it'd be pitch black, so I'd have to go and put all my torches back. And I did that for a long time until I reached hell and died. But now I've got something that I've aptly named the Hellevator.
The Hellevator?
Yeah. So
what is in hell?
Just scary shit. Loads of cool loot, but lots of dangerous stuff.
Google it.
But yeah, I've always wondered why people enjoy that game so much. But it's just 2D Minecraft, but more combat based. There's a lot of bosses. There's a lot of fucking random loot you can get.
Oh, you're not the first person to call it a Hellevator.
Oh, am I not?
No, because it comes up on the...
Well, that's disappointing.
Is there a quick way to make a Hellevator?
Oh, it's actually a term that people just call it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It says, I'm trying to cut off the crimson. Do you know what the crimson is?
It's like an infection that runs across the map.
Someone said, what does that say? You might try purchasing a bunch of bombs, throwing them directly down while suspended from a rope or series of platforms.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. But I wanted to make my whole very... I'll get ADHD. If there's like a brick out of place and it's the wrong colour, I have to...
I can see hell. It doesn't look very fun. There's lots of lava and other things happening.
I haven't even watched any videos on it. I'm very disappointed that Hellevator is like a term. I thought I'd coined that.
So I'm sorry to spoil it for you. There's literally a whole thing. They look pretty cool, but yeah, it is. It by the looks of it is exactly what you said. I'm seeing what looks like a well, and it's just a hole that goes straight down that's been walled off either side
it as well
with a rope going down.
I only put the wall there so the baddies couldn't get in while I was mining because I'd mine and then fucking bugs would fall on my head and I'd just die in the hole.
Yeah, that's exactly what. I won't swap the laptop round. I'll just take a photo and show you. Does this look similar to your Hellevator?
Oh, nah, mine... nah, that's much better. That's much better. Mine definitely don't look like that. He's actually made like a well at the top.
Yeah.
And mine's just like the most basic brick wall. He's got like a funky red going on. And mine's literally underneath my house, which is a terrible place to build it. But there you go. I'm not the smartest. Not the smartest at the school, am I? And like I say, you and me are very similar in terms of them sort of games because I just get paralysed by my own idiocy and think I don't know. Like I've done that now. I've gone to hell. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've completed it, but I haven't because there's fucking hundreds of hours to play in that game.
Yeah.
But I have. I'm just like, well, I've dug as far as I can go down. So surely that's the end. But no, there's fucking loads of bosses and stuff. And funnily enough, they've actually got a massive update coming in 2 weeks, and they haven't had an update for years. I mean, still getting huge updates. Fucking.
I had that whole fucking that whole area in Elden Ring that I didn't explore. That castle, the lava area. I killed the boss there, the snake thing where you get the weapon that shoots the fucking farts at it. But that whole castle area, I didn't explore any of the outside because I made it there by
getting kidnapped.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's horrible when you do that. It's so hard to get out of there.
Yeah, it was a right fucker to get out of there because you got to keep going back to that table and killing the people and fucking dueling everyone. It was a right cunt.
Yeah.
And that's also the place with the wall with 1,000 hits.
Oh, is it?
Is in there. Yeah, somewhere. I think it's in that place.
It's a cool place. It's in a volcano, isn't it?
Yeah. And I just never made it to that place, like organically. I got kidnapped and fucking dragged there. So I finished that boss, got out of there, and fucking went somewhere else. I was like, I ain't exploring this. There's something about in any game, the minute that I see a hellscape, I go, no. I like Caelid. I go, I don't want to. If you're the type of person that can happily traverse somewhere like Caelid and enjoys being in that area, then you're nuts.
Oh, I do like that style, but I don't like going. It's like I look at that and go, yeah, I'm not high enough level for that.
Yeah,
that must be end game.
And then even when you are high enough level, you still go, I don't like this at all.
Running their hits out and see how much their health goes down.
Yeah, you go, oh fuck this. This ain't for me. It's just places like that. They're fun. They are fun. I'm going to assume that there's bosses in Terraria Hell.
Oh yeah, it's got the wall of flesh.
Terraria Hell boss. Oh yeah, it is the wall of flesh.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Fucking thing.
With eyeballs and shit like that. 2 eyeballs and a weird mouth.
I kind of broke the game because I was playing it and early on I got a drop. It's called a godly boomerang. And it is exactly that. It's godly. And it just does so much damage. I think I just got a mad lucky drop and now I don't need any other weapons. So it kind of took some of the fun out because I'd like to mine new ore and then it'd still be shitter than the weapon I got.
Godly boomerang. It just says boomerangs. Does anyone use boomerangs?
Well, I do.
The Terror Prism is one of the best weapons in Terraria.
Never heard of it.
No, I won't tell you what it does either if you've never heard of it.
I know nothing about to be honest, I know nothing about the game. All I know is
there's a shroomerang.
Yeah, I imagine, I've collected enough
It's
mushrooms.
a pre-hard mode boomerang that is dropped by spore bats with a 2.5% drop chance.
Oh yeah, pre-hard as well. You have to do something to even unlock hard mode.
Mm-hmm.
I read on Reddit.
Mad game.
Yeah, it's one of them I just like playing. Binding of Isaac, I've now got like 130 hours in or something. I don't know why. I've already platinumed it on fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, that's mad.
Trying to do it again. It's got about 600 achievements.
Mad, I wouldn't ever touch a game if I've platinumed it again. I don't ever touch games again when I finish them.
I know, but it's a roguelike and it's not the same. It's like one of them games you just plop on, just have a couple of runs.
Yeah.
And you unlock something all the time, so it's just...
I downloaded a game, we'll talk about it very, very quickly. And it's the weebiest game that I've ever played.
No, not one of them.
It's for incels, 100%. 100%. It's an anime game, and it is definitely designed for basement dwellers that say that they're alpha males. 100%, because it's a game called Nikkei, Goddess of Victory.
Well, it does sound pretty
Mobile
fancy.
Game. That's the anime girls. And it's basically, apparently, from what I read on Reddit, the story is really, really good. And I assume that it is really, really good, because that's what the combat looks like.
Oh, right, yeah. Fair enough.
That's what the combat looks like. This is the current crew. Is what they look like.
Oh yeah,
boobies and nice sexy outfits,
appropriately dressed for combat.
Yes. So when all the Reddit thread that I perused was saying, my wife says that it's just an excuse for me to look at boobies when I say that it's a good story. That's because it is, mate. Yeah. That's because it is. This game is entirely designed for people to have a wank. Because it's the way that they talk. So like, you're the commander. Okay, yeah. And they call you you're my commander, and then like at the beginning there's this basically those women are robots, because of course they are. and one of them that you like own or something gets injured or some shit, and you're putting bandages on them, and another robot says like, "What are you doing that for, you tit? They're a robot." And the one that's getting bandaged is like, no, I actually like it. I feel like we have a bond between us. And then she's like, don't say anything bad about my commander. He's in charge. And you know that sort of like the game's constantly reminding you that you're the one that's in charge, and you're making all the calls, and you're daddy. That kind of shit. And I think 100% people are lapping this up. And when I looked at the Google reviews, there was someone they were like, "I wish the microtransactions weren't so expensive because I just want to support this game." Shut the fuck up! You just want to wank to this game. That's all you want. Where I have to. I don't like just shaming people on this podcast, but it's just funny. Because it's the gameplay is kind of fun, and even if the story is amazing, I cannot play it seriously because I'm just staring at someone's arsehole while I'm shooting robots. And it's the fact that it even has, so you build like a deck, or it's a gacha game. Okay?
Of course it is. They all are, aren't they?
But you build a deck of all these Nikkeis that you can unlock, and they all do different things. But so you can auto assign decks, so it will do it for you, and then when combat starts, you can auto play the combat.
Of course you can.
So you
can do other things.
Yeah, so you don't even have to play the game.
Terrible,
so I'm like, don't sit there and tell me that the story's amazing. But at the same time, the story that I've heard so far, I'm kind of intrigued to see. God.
Fuck that, bro. It looks shit. I'm not gonna lie. It looks ridiculous.
Shit. First off, the game is great, and I'm all for the lewdness. The gameplay is more satisfying than I thought and would be at first. The characters are all likeable. The gacha so far hasn't been too bad. Blah, blah, blah. The devs seem to actually care about the players. Shut the fuck up. Here we go. This one is that I genuinely enjoy playing. The story and overall art style were brilliant. However, the only thing that makes me sad is the skins. You're only given a small amount of free pulls, which aren't enough to let you get the skin that you're after. Yeah, that's the whole point of a gacha. I can't see the one where it's talking about... There's a lot of people saying they love the art style, but you would, because it's massive boobies and curvy bums in your face. So any person with a penis is going to like that.
I just wouldn't. That sort of stuff just doesn't... I just look at it and think... Whoever likes this is a weirdo.
Yeah, but my head. But this is the thing: is that you're a nerd, but you're like an old school nerd. This is designed for computer nerds. This is for people who hate women but are scared to talk to them. That's what it's for. You know what I mean? This is for a specific type of proper nerd. Because they all the reviews that I'm reading, they all say how good the story is. And no one really talks about how like borderline softcore porn it is. So I'm like, you haven't clicked on this game and downloaded it.
You're lying to yourselves and each other. And now you're lying to us.
Maybe I'll finish it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll finish it for the pod purposes, and then I can get back and tell everyone. What's mad is that Kin, someone in the guild, and a person who I actually met at John's wedding, has played it, and I didn't realise because ages ago he sent us through screenshots of like how much of a weeb he is, and how much money he spent on this specific game, not this one, and it's like hundreds of pounds, so much money on skins like that. And I remember taking the piss out of it. I was like, who the fuck spends money on that? It's this game. This is the game. Because I sent a screenshot of it into the group chat and said, lads, I've found it. I went, I've found the one. And then he was like, why the fuck did no one tag me? And then said, he was like, this is the game that I've completed. It's like, the story is incredible. He was like, it would mean so much to me if you stuck with it because the story is really good. And that's why I'm like half inclined where I'm like, he is a gamer and knows what he's on about. But at the same time, he loves that sort of shit. So I think, are you just telling me that the story's really good to try and help the fact that you've spent fucking hundreds of pounds on this game?
To just look at boobies. Guilt of his, I'll just YouTube the story. Or Google it.
Well, Joe even said, he was like, you can literally just play porn video games He was like, you haven't got to tease yourself with this because you don't actually see any boobs or anything in the game. He was like, and then he sent a link of all these different games. And he was like, just play one of them.
And you ain't got to spend no money.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's what I'd expect from you, World of Warcraft lot.
And that's 17 gig, by the way. That's a 17. How many boobies have they squeezed into 17 gig? How big is the story?
17 gig of breast.
That's 17 gig. Before we stop, I quickly need to see Nick playtime. I just want to see. That's probably going to give me a different result for this game. What? For long-term players, the total time invested is extensive, with completionist playstyles reaching over 400 hours.
It's a gacha game, man. It's never going to end. Them sort of games don't end, man. We look at fucking, what is it? Grand Fantasy... No, not Grand Fantasy Blue Link. What is that other one? The Zelda look-alike.
Genshin Impact?
Yeah, that one. That's one of them games.
Or Destiny Rising.
Yeah, never end.
So apparently the main story will take 80 hours, roughly. And then with main plus the extra is 361 hours. I'm not doing that.
No, YouTube.
I'm not doing that. You
story,
can
man.
go on Pornhub for a 5-minute wank and then you're done, ain't you? I'm not just putting 80 hours into a game. Goddess of victory. Well, there you go. See you later, everyone. Hooroo.
Hooroo.